Alright, let's take a look at how a stack works. It'll make it a lot more obvious when you see it rather than just reading about it. I am declaring three variables: a double word, a word, and a byte. I'm storing values into those. We come down to the code segment. I'm storing a 4-byte double word into EAX. I'm storing a 2-byte word into CX and a 1-byte value into DH. Then I'm going to be pushing some values to see how it works. Let's get started. I want the memory display to go to the top of the stack. That's where the ESP register is pointing. I want to make sure that the memory display automatically updates, so I right-click and choose that. I've already stepped through line 21. Here comes the first push. Look up in the memory display and you see the value AABBCCDD. That's little Indian for what just got pushed. The second push occurs, and look what happens. The original values are there, but the stack builds downward and puts the new values there in little Indian form. The third push, and now a 2-byte value goes on the stack. Last push, and another 2-byte value goes on, so you can see the stack where we've pushed everything on it. Let's change the display at the bottom to hex and clear it. Now let's set some watches. I'm going to be popping things into AX, BX, ECX, and EDX, so let's put all of those down here at the bottom so we can watch those getting values popped into them. Now I'm ready to pop the first value on the top of the stack. Notice it goes into AX. Second pop goes into BX. Third pop goes into ECX. And the fourth goes into EDX. But there's some values that we didn't take care of in my program. Take a look. We didn't do anything with the 1-byte char. We didn't do anything with the 1-byte DH register because push and pop don't work with 8-bit values. Now what? So I changed up my program a little bit. At the top, we're still looking at where the ESP register is pointing. Now I've got two 1-byte variables, char and char2, and I'm going to be using 1 or 2-byte registers so that we can actually push a 1-byte value onto the stack. We're going to have to cheat just a little bit though. Here's how it's going to work. First, I'm going to put our EE hex into DH. Then I want to copy DH into DL. I'll show you why in just one second. That lets me extend the DL into the DX register. I'm going to do the same thing by putting the character in AL and extending it into the AX register. Notice now I've got two word size values. So I can push DX and I can push AX. The value at the top of the stack is 4100, which is little Indian for 0041. I'm going to pop that into the BX register. Then I'm going to move that character into char2. Now the top of the stack is EE00, which is little Indian for 00EE. It pops into the BX register. So this simple example shows you how you can push a 1-byte value as long as you make it a word size value first. So this is how stacks work. And when you read in the text about pushing the flags and popping the flags, works the same way. That brings us to the end of this video. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, get with me.